Welcome and join us today at this phenomenal luxury community called Martin Meadows. And we have Nile Glavin here, one of the builders that's in these communities.
Today on Living in the PNW, we're going to take you behind the scenes with another luxury builder here in Southwest Washington, specifically here in Vancouver with Glavin Homes. We're going to take you through a few places here in Martin Meadow and show you all the beautiful features this community has to offer. Welcome back. Let's go. Man, this is a really cool neighborhood. I can see that you got a little larger lot size. All of these homes are clearly luxury. What drew you to this specific area?
The thing that drew me to this would be location, the top 3 rules in real estate.
Location, location, location.
And then we've got quarter-acre lots. They're all fairly flat and level. And then it's a gated community. You can't find gated communities throughout Clark County very often. So those are probably the things that drew me to it.
Absolutely, you're totally right. I know the county bucks back and tries to stop people from gating their communities at times. So it's even more exclusive. It's more difficult to get a hold of one of those.
Exactly.
And absolutely, I would gate this place off. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I'm so impressed by the architecture. Even this one we're walking by right now, I was just mentioning a minute ago, it's giving that airport architecture in the sense that you got really cool big structures going sort of different directions, really modern lines, but it's got this real classic kind of vibe about it. So you guys work primarily in Clark County. You're local, national? Where all do you build at?
Great question. Yeah, we're a local builder. I grew up in Clark County and I'm a 2nd-generation home builder. We go outside Clark County a little bit into Cowlitz County, different areas, building, Woodland, Kalama, primarily where people are wanting to build custom homes.
Gotcha. So strictly Washington there, you guys don't cross over to Oregon. I hear that a lot recently from a lot of really great builders.
Yeah, people ask me to build over there all the time and my response is, if you buy me a helicopter, I'll build you a house down there.
Right? And it about costs that in permits just to get something put up. It's a little extra at the moment. So how many communities are you guys building in right now in Washington?
Right now, this is our only community we have going on. We've got on your lot customs throughout Clark County, and we have some other communities that we're planning on starting construction in 2025.
Oh, right. All right. So you guys are a bit of a smaller operation, but that's also a huge advantage. I've definitely seen some of the bigger operations, they get a little sloppy and they don't put the same attention to detail as folks that are more like yourselves. Is that something that you guys find as an advantage, keeping it a tighter crew?
Yeah, that's a huge advantage for Glavin Homes, is that we're a smaller company. We try to keep everything under our control and under wrap. I'm involved with every house we build, if it's a custom home or a spec home. So I am involved with the clients from start to finish.
And you've really just hands-on, we were talking earlier a little bit more about your background. You've kind of moved through several bits of the trades yourself. You've actually done the work.
Yep, this is true. Yeah, been around it since I was a little kid, digging ditches, worked all sorts of different types of construction.
Okay.
So from underground to finished and landscaping.
Okay, so you did excavation and heavy machines and stuff?
I have, yeah.
And you guys have gone and taken dirt and turned that into luxury homes the whole way through?
Exactly.
Right? It sounds like you guys actually are really a one-stop shop for that high-end product.
Yeah, when I was actually working at the excavating company, developed a subdivision that I owned and we were developing it for myself.
Oh.
And then I quit, started building. Come check out one of our floor plans at Martin Meadows.
Nile, tell us a little bit about this home. How did you come up with this house plan?
So I built a few spec homes in Martin Meadow and I decided I wanted to have different styles in all the houses I built. So this one here is contemporary style. So I just wanted to go with kind of clean lines, went with kind of dark and light features.
How'd you come up with this open concept? Was it here or you kind of build it in with the house plan?
No, I drew this plan up from scratch. Wanted some high volume ceilings, walk in the entryway, just get that grand volume. Got this 3 stacks of windows with a double slider underneath, looking into the green space back there.
So now, are all your lots have the green space or?
Not all the lots, but a couple of them do.
And then what made you choose these tones? Was it due to the modern or there's another factor that came in?
Yeah, it just seemed like it was fitting, worked with the designer, Miranda and Interiors, and she chose the finishes for the home. Put Wolf appliances in here.
I know you have been in this industry for a while, so how do you feel like you stand out against maybe your competition or just other builders in the market?
Great question. I believe I stand out with the quality of homes that I build, and then I build energy efficient homes. So we build to a couple different certifications, Energy Star certification and National Green Building Standard.
How long have you been doing this?
My whole life, been building my whole life, but I've owned Glavin Homes for 13 years. I've been around it since I was a kid, basically.
How many homes a year do you put into the market, that you take to the market?
Not too many. We try to keep everything, kind of under my thumb. So I'd say we do 10 or less a year.
Are there particular areas you like more than others?
Richfield's kind of up and coming. I feel like Richfield's a good spot. There's lots of commercial going in. The city of Richfield, I feel like, has done a really good job bringing a lot of new things to the community.
What other areas did you build, say, the last 15 years?
Built all over Clark County. I mean, for years, Camas. Had a lot of stuff going on in Camas, and then a lot of stuff seems to shift it to the west side. So Philida, Salmon Creek, Richfield.
This is a price point you like, or you've been kind of all over on the price?
Yeah, primarily the homes I build are custom homes. The custom homes tend to kind of be in this price point up. So, decided to acquire some lots here in Martin Meadow and built some custom homes and spec homes, and wanted to build the spec homes in this price point.
It's a phenomenal house. Let's take a look. Show us around.
Yeah, got a very large walk-in pantry. Over on the right, we have a cabinet with a sink for your coffee station.
Nile, so many builders, they cater to some audience, right, in the market. And what have you seen in the last, I'd say, couple of years? Who have been the buyers who have come in and bought your beautiful product like this one?
I'd say it's probably two different types of buyers. We have our growing families who want to move up, build a nice home for their kids to grow up in, and then they're planning on staying there for several years after their kids move out of the house. So we're building those houses to age in place. And then our other buyers are retired people, that home being their forever home or their last home. So we're definitely planning on that for aging in place, doing lots of one levels, primaries on the main floor, doing various features, wide doorways, no steps into the house, drop showers, that sort of thing. So people are planning on, growing old in their homes.
Now, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about your involvement in just BIA and the Parade of Homes. I know a couple of years you've built and brought product to that. So can you talk a little bit about the project you did in Richfield?
Yeah, so 2022, I developed the subdivision Zephyr Point, and that was the subdivision for the 2022 Parade of Homes. And I built a couple of parade homes in there. One was a spec home and one was a pre-sale custom. So it's just fun. I've been involved in several parades over the years, and just fun to showcase the product and just cool features that you put into houses.
Definitely. Can you split that? Because a lot of our hearers ask about custom and spec, and different builders have their different approach. If a client were to approach you about a custom home, like you mentioned, how does that look? Can you give us just kind of how 1, 2, 3 process of how you work with the client?
Yeah, majority of the time we just draw a plan from scratch because every lot's different. So we're going to customize that floor plan for the lot, and then we price the house out from there and build it for the customer.
How do you choose your vendors? Do you vet a lot of your vendors, or you allow the customer to vet your vendors?
Sometimes the customer brings in vendors if they have relationships with them. But all of my vendors I've been working with for a long time. Some go back 20 plus years working with them. So just have good relationships with them, and we know how they work and the quality of the products that they bring.
Talk a little bit about this community. How many homes you've built in this community, how many more, and then kind of 2024, end of 2024 going into 2025.
Yeah, so this community, it's 32 lots in here. I bought 8, constructed a total of 4 homes, and we are starting a couple more homes going into next year, 2025. We will have likely a couple spec houses, and then we'll have a couple custom homes under construction. Awesome. So we're kind of halfway through
this project.
This project.
After here, where do you think you're going, and what part of town?
Everything kind of looking at is on the west side, got some projects up the road from here, nice greenbelt lots that are fairly large, looking at some stuff in Richfield. So just kind of wherever the large lots are, because that's what people are wanting for these custom homes.
So they want larger lots.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're hard to find.
Yes.
There's not a lot of large lot zoning in Clark County.
One of the really cool features about this house, and you'll find it in a lot of luxury homes, they actually use a pot filler. If you don't know what that is, don't just hit this lever. It's gonna dump water all over the stove. But for people who really take their cooking at home seriously, you need to fill pots so you can boil stuff. And this being right here is a huge advantage. And also they're using the Wolf 5 gas burner cooktop. So instead of the old standalone ovens where you get dirty stuff down the sides, these are custom fit in with your slabs, and then they just have cabinetry down underneath. The ovens will be located in a different position. Also, you can see that the hood that's in place is not only functional, but has some really beautiful modern lines. It doesn't have a bunch of logos and branding all over it. Really sleek, really minimal, really tasteful and demure. Another major feature that you find in a lot of luxury homes is that they have separated the ovens away from the cooktop. So if you have multiple people working, it's not all on top of each other. Here they have a double oven situation, as well as the microwave built in with the cabinetry. And all of this, again, being high-end Wolf appliances. They have a very minimalist, very sleek look to them, but also it's the highest quality that money can buy. Same with the refrigerators. When you have a big, huge house like this, you want to do a lot of entertaining, you're gonna need a lot of space in the fridge. That's a big old fridge. So we're looking at two houses here in your development today, and I've noticed some huge differences between them. Can you talk a little bit about the style of this house and some of the things that kind of are throughout the design to make it really what it is?
Yeah. This house here is completely different from the last one we were just in. That one's more of a contemporary style. This one we went with like a European country style. And this one has like a lot of texture in the house. We've got kind of this linen style backsplash in the kitchen. Over in the great room, we have the fireplace wall with all the stone on it.
Right, I noticed that both inside and out, there's quite a bit of stonework on the outside of the house, as well as the inside, and it has this kind of almost soft whitewash type look, which is the technique that you were talking about before.
Yeah, off camera we were talking about it. It's called an overgrout, so it's kind of an old world look you would see. They kind of smear the grout in. The joints, I think it's a really cool touch, really popular like you see it in a lot of high-end homes right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you carry that from the outside to the inside, which is really cool because a lot of times houses look way different on the outside than what they are on the inside. So I'm noticing that about your design, where outside we've got some really big, beautiful timber framing out the back, and then inside you have these exposed beams and lots of stonework as well. So it's kind of marrying those two together. Yeah,
like you were saying, we've got the stone on the front of the home. We carried that through, and then same thing with the timber frame. We carried those beams through into the great room. So it kind of brought the front and the back into the home.
And into the floor. And I love this. The vibe of a wood floor is completely different than some dead plastic flooring that you see in a lot of houses. And so I've seen that through your guys' home. Is that standard that you do it in every single home, or is it a case-by-case basis?
Case by case. I mean, we do build some custom homes where people are wanting to put LVP floors in, but I'd say majority of the time we are putting engineered hardwoods into our homes.
I love it. I don't see enough of that in the market at all, as I'm showing folks homes in the area. All over Ridgefield is almost all plastic floors. I mean, there's a lot of golden retrievers. So
that's a lot of people that have done the LVP floors, kids or large dogs, and so they're wanting to have durable floors that they can mop and clean messes off.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that these floors, they feel like more of a lifetime product. I know when I walk into houses and it's all made of plastic, that it feels like it. You can kind of pick up on the vibe, and this place just isn't giving that. You have a lot of really interesting textures, the soft tile on the back, the interesting countertop, and then you're not using as many dark cabinets. You do have a contrast with the center island, and that's pretty cool when that's different.
Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed this cabinet actually matches the ones out there, and I'm willing to bet somewhere else in the house as well. There's something that might match that.
Maybe so.
Yeah, absolutely. The design on both of these houses, I can really tell you guys put some extra work into that. A lot of people can build a 3,000 square foot house, but the way you guys are doing it, it's really special. You guys at home, make sure you absolutely go by their website and check out all the pictures in their portfolio. I mean, it's full of just gorgeous homes like this. They're building more right now, and they'll build more in the future. These homes might not be available by the time you're seeing this video, but I promise they've got more coming. If you watched this video this far, first off, off, I want to say thank you. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more like it, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Give us a like, share it, and most importantly, give us a comment. Let us know what you think about this video and if there's anything in specific you want to see from us in the near future. We'll catch you in the next one.